bath cold plunge journey is getting easier mentally to go ahead and make sure I'm getting it, get my ice, do all the preparation that I need the day before, get the water ready. But it's still getting hard to take that jump into the water. And that's the answer, again, to reiterate why I'm doing this ice bath plunge. And there's a lot of reasons why I'm doing it, but one of the biggest reasons is, like I said in an earlier video, is forcing myself to do uncomfortable things daily. You know what I mean? To make that jump, to sit there for a moment and have to get my mind ready to get in, go. Get in, go. Now I'm in here. My mind is saying, okay, get out. You did it, get out. It's time. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be here. And just seeing the way my body is responding to that, my heart rate used to just shoot up. And I take my low blood pressure before and when I get out, but it used to just be like boom, 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 boom. My heart was almost like beating out my chest, like go, go, go. And I believe, I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but it was like fight or flight syndrome. My body was like, go, go. It's time to get up, get out, get out. And, you know, and right about now, my body is still cold, but it's just like, oh, well, I'm not getting out. So that's fine. Even with speaking, someone commended me for being able to sit in here and be able to speak and have a conversation. And that's another thing I'm working on, being able to be in stressful situations where, you know, this is just stressing my body out, at least my senses, as my body is trying to remain, you know, at its 98.9 temperature. But you still got to be able to think and conversate and be able to make rational decisions and be able to speak. I think that's an exercise. Obviously, I exercise in the gym, but you got to exercise your mind. You also got to exercise your determination and being able to work through stressful situations, because the time is not when it's on and popping. When somebody punch in your mouth, it's not the time to start thinking about what you do. If somebody punch you in the mouth, or being able to manipulate thoughts extremely fast in a highly stressful situations while we exercise. I was telling my wife recently, you know, while we do the steps, and it's a quick cardio, but it's only about 8-9 minutes, even they do those 23 flights of steps. But I'm like, that's for the fight. And it's like, what fight? I mean, the fight I ain't really been in about 20 years, where I've been in an actual fist fight. I ain't been in a fist fight in a minute, but I'm training every day for it. You can't, you know, it's not the time when it's on and when somebody trying to rob you or something along those lines, because I'm a man of peace. So I'm not gonna be the aggressor on nothing. So you gotta figure somebody trying to get at me. And if they trying to get at me, then it's like, all right, you better be training, because that's what we training for. That's why we do the steps. So when, you know, someone is just trying to do whatever they're gonna do, shoot their shot so they can get their bread and bounce, well, the fight is still on. You know what I mean? The fight ain't over. This is 4 minutes in. I'm used to being stressed out. The weights, the steps, I'm used to being pushed to limits that, you know, most thieves and thugs and bums, they're not willing. You know what I mean? They're willing to do bad things, but they're not necessarily willing to train to get that work done. So, and that was funny. Not funny, but the crazy thing about a terrorist, there are women to train. You know what I mean? For years and years and years for the opportunity, but most people don't know that that's what I did for 21 years. I was an aviation security specialist, specializing in aviation security and dealing with terrorists. And they will train forever. And 10, 15 years later, pop up on you. They even go to school, as we've seen on 9/11, to learn how to fly an aircraft just so they can crash it. So, but even with that, I had to train to deal with them, because sometimes, you know, that 10% of people are going to be ready to train. But getting back to why I'm doing the cold plunge, it's a whole lot of different training methods to kind of get your mental right and your physical body right. And for me, that's another example of that. So that's that. Until day 55, I'm out.